Very good morning from the Bum Kitchen. It's your boy, Dougie Fresh. We're coming at you bright and early with a breakfast special. Shout out to Aloha Mr. Han, Svo, and Mailman Jack for hitting us up in the comments. Wanted to see this. So, you know, we give the people what they want. Biscuits and gravy. But, you know me, we're not just doing biscuits and gravy. We're going to be doing homemade buttermilk biscuits from scratch. I'm going to teach you guys how to do it. Super simple, and it'll kick the shit out of any Pillsbury Doughboys crap that you're going to buy. We're also going to be doing two different types of gravy. We're going to be doing a sausage gravy, and we're going to be doing a mushroom gravy. So I'm going to teach you how to do both of those, and we'll throw in some other breakfast classics too, a little bacon, little eggs, and we'll go from there. We're going to teach you how to wow that family when they wake up for that Sunday big breakfast, Saturday big breakfast, or you know what? I'm a big fan of breakfast for dinner as well. So, next thing we're going to do, we're going to run down some ingredients. We'll see you there. Cheers. So we're going to do it a little different than how we normally do it. I'm going to run through the ingredients of the buttermilk biscuits first, and then we're going to do the ingredients of the gravies after this. The reason why I'm doing that is because when you're making the dough, it's going to take 30 minutes to sit. So it has to go in the refrigerator for 30 minutes. So I'd like to get this process started first because it's the one that takes the longest. So what you're going to need is you're going to need 3 cups of all-purpose flour. You're going to need 2 tablespoons of sugar, 4 teaspoons of baking powder, half a teaspoon of baking soda, a teaspoon and a half of salt. I use pink Himalayan because it adds more nutrition and stuff, and it's not bleached and shit like that, but that's just me. 2 sticks of unsalted butter, and a cup and a fourth of buttermilk. So let's go from there. What we're going to do next is we're going to get all those dry ingredients and we're going to put them in the mixing bowl, and we'll go from there. So we're back with our next step. So the next step, we have all of our dry ingredients in the bowl. So what we're going to do is we are going to grate our unsalted butter stick into the bowl. Okay. So what you're going to do is use the big grates and just grate it in. Grate it in, and you're going to grate 7 tablespoons of the 8 out of both of the sticks. So you're going to be putting 14 tablespoons into this recipe. Little pro tip: what I do is about 30 minutes before I'm going to do the grating, is I'll pop these butter sticks into the freezer. Makes it a little bit more easier to shred. So here we are, we're down to that, and so we're good there. So now we're going to go ahead and fold in all our ingredients, and we'll go from there. Cheers. So we just added in our buttermilk, and now we're going to go ahead and combine all the ingredients. Use a spatula. This is my favorite. Love Peace and taco grease. Little Guy Fieri shout out. But yeah, we're going to mix this up. It's going to look dry. It's going to look dry once you're all mixed up, but we'll go from there. We're just going to go ahead and lightly mix this in, and we'll go. For our next step, after we've got that dough kneaded, you need to use your hands a little bit. I did. Again, like I said, it's going to look a little dry. What you're going to do is we're going to take it and put it inside of that, and we're going to start smashing her down. We want to put it out evenly, and we also want to do make sure that it's about an inch or so thick. So we're going to go ahead and work on this, and we'll see you in the next step. So we got it all flattened out. Next step is hit it with a little plastic wrap on the top, and then throw that bad boy in the refrigerator for about 30 to 45 minutes. We've got the oven preheating in the back at 400 degrees. We're waiting a couple more minutes for our biscuits to be done out of the fridge. Let's go ahead and start our gravies. So we're going to start with the sausage gravy first. Okay, I'm going to run through these ingredients, and then the very next clip is going to be the mushroom gravy. So what you're going to need for this sausage gravy is our boy Jimmy Dean. We're going to sausage log 1 pound. We're going to need a third of a cup of all-purpose flour, 4 cups of whole milk, must be whole milk. I go with a full teaspoon of Creole seasoning. That's just me. If you don't like it spicy like that, cut it in half. Go with a half a teaspoon. And then I go with a salt and pepper to taste. Big thing with that is just keep tasting your dish. Get that perfect amount of pepper, perfect amount of salt that you like. Because this is your dish, not mine. Okay? So we'll be right back. I'm going to hit you back with the mushroom gravy ingredients next. And we're going to get both of them going at the same time. We're multi-cooking. 2 burners in this mother. We're back. It's mushroom gravy time. So what you're going to need is 1 package of dehydrated mushrooms. Must be dehydrated mushrooms. It can't be fresh. Got to be dehydrated mushrooms. I've tried the recipe a few times with different types of mushrooms fresh. It doesn't turn out as good as it does when you have dehydrated mushrooms. So 1 package of dehydrated mushrooms. You're going to need a half a cup of vegetable broth. You're going to need 4 tablespoons of butter, salted. You're going to need half a yellow onion, 3 cloves of garlic, 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, a cup and a half of whole milk. Again, must be whole milk. And then we're going to do a teaspoon of thyme and then salt and pepper to taste again. The thyme could be either dried or fresh. Me personally, I think the fresh is a little bit better, but you ain't got to go all out. It's going to turn out great. Trust me. All right, so now we're going to start getting both of these bad boys going at the same time. Let's go. So one of the first things that we're going to do is we're going to take this vegetable stock and we're going to go ahead and bring that to a light simmer. And we're going to take our diced up dehydrated mushrooms that we diced up, and we're going to go ahead and dump those in and rehydrate them, okay? So let's get going. I'm going to do this two-handed. All right. That's what we want the mushrooms to look like. They're going to soak up all the juice. We're going to put that over there. We've got the butter already melting over here. So we're going to dump in our onion. We're going to get that all sauteed up. You want them to be a little bit browned up, a little sauteed up. So we're going to do that. In the meantime, we've got our sausage gravy over here working. And we're going to go ahead and brown up this until it's no longer pink. And we're going to start both of these gravies at the same time. Biscuits are almost done with the refrigerator, so we'll go from there. See you guys soon. Our onions are almost done. They just need maybe like another 30-45 seconds. So we'll come back to that. But our sausage is done. So what I like to do is I like to let it crust up a little bit on the bottom, because once we go ahead and dump in the other ingredients, it's gonna deglaze itself, so it'll come right off the bottom. So what we're gonna do first is we are going to drop in our flour. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to drop in our flour. We're going to coat that up, and we're going to go ahead and mix that up and make sure it's coated evenly. Okay, like so. Okay, mix it all around. All right, the next thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be dumping in our 4 cups of whole milk. So we're going to do that real quick. Got 2 cups measured out. There's 1. And we're going to get our second one real quick here. Second one coming in. All right. After that, I'm going to add my teaspoon of Creole seasoning. Hit it with a generous amount of pepper, because I like pepper. And then we're going to salt it up. Like I said, we're going to try this as we go. We're going to go ahead and bring this to a simmer and let it thicken up a little bit. So we'll be back with that one. And a couple seconds here, we'll be moving on over to our mushroom gravy. All right, looking good. So our onions are ready to go. We're going to dump in our garlic. Okay. And then we're going to add in our 2 tablespoons of flour. Alright, we're going to coat that up, stir it up, evenly coated. And we're going to let this kind of go and let it simmer up. And weirdly enough, you're going to get like a smell of almost like a savory pie crust throughout the kitchen with this. But yeah, just stir it occasionally. Don't let it stick. And about 3 to 5 minutes or so, and then we'll revisit this. Our sausage gravy is starting to set. It's going to take a little bit of time for it to thicken up. Don't get mad at it. Take your time. Cooking's love. It takes time. All right, we're back over to the mushroom gravy. This is all nice and golden brown. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add in our 1.5 cups of whole milk. Drop that bad boy in. And then we're dropping in a 1/2 cup of vegetable stock with some thyme. So we're going to do that. And then we're going to reintroduce our mushrooms. Alright, so I'm going to give that a stir, and we're going to wait for this to thicken up as well. Our mushroom gravy. Woo boy, that one's a secret. That one's a secret. This one's going to rock some socks. So we're going to go ahead and let this bad boy thicken up, and we'll go from there. Next thing, what we're going to do is we're going to pull out those biscuits, and we're going to start slicing them up and get those bad boys in the oven to cook. See ya. All right, so what I like to do is I like to grease up my cookie sheet before I throw the dough down. Got it out. I'm gonna take this bad boy out, move the plastic wrap. What I like to do is go ahead and plop it right on there. What I'll do is I cut them into 9 biscuits. Nine squares. I'm a square biscuit guy, so that's how we do. So I'm going to show you these bad boys after I'm done cutting them and before we pop them in the oven. So they're all squared up, ready to go in the oven. We're going to pop those bad boys in the oven again, and we're sitting them at 400 degrees for about 20 minutes. We'll check in on them in about 15, and we'll see how they're looking. So, see you then. Off. Let's go check on our biscuits. Oh yeah, baby! Look at that. Does it get much better than that? Look how flaky, golden brown they are. No stick. Let's go. This is gonna be great. All right. Cheers. It's come to that time of the video. It's the official plating. So we're going to grab our biscuits. Grab 2 of those bad boys. And then we're going to hit them with the sausage gravy first. And then we're going to hit them with the mushroom gravy. Alright, then a little special guest star. Fried up a little bit of bacon. So we're going to hit that all over the top. Never be mad at the bacon. And then hit it with a little chive for some color, a little flavor, and a nice little scoop. Scrambled eggs on the side. There you have it. Biscuits and gravy, 2 ways. Homemade buttermilk biscuits. Watch all the videos, comment, like, subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.